A very good morning to all of you. This is the second part of the chapter Electoral Politics. Yesterday we ended up with the topic of what is our system of elections, where we have just given a background कि एक स्ट्रक्चर क्या होता है 5 ईयर के बाद इलेक्शंस होंगे, रिजॉल्व होएगा, जनरल इलेक्शंस क्या होंगे एंड बाई इलेक्शंस क्या होंगे. नाउ वी आर मूविंग इनटू अ डेप्थ ऑफ इट, स्टार्टिंग विद इलेक्टोरल कॉन्सिक्वेंसीज. अब ये क्या होते हैं, वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. इलेक्टोरल कॉन्सिक्वेंसीज हम बात कर सकते हैं दैट इन आवर कंट्री वी फॉलो एन एरिया बेस्ड सिस्टम ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटेशन. ठीक है, द कंट्री इज डिवाइडेड इनटू डिफरेंट एरियाज फॉर पर्पसेस ऑफ इलेक्शंस एंड दीज एरियाज आर कॉल्ड इलेक्टोरल कॉन्सिक्वेंसीज. द वोटर्स who live in an area elect one representative. अब भाई जिस एरिया में आप रह रहे हैं उधर के इलेक्शंस में आप अपने एरिया का बड़ा सिलेक्ट करेंगे, मीन्स हेड को सिलेक्ट करेंगे. फॉर लोकसभा सिमिलरली अगर हम लोकसभा में बात करें, सो द लोकसभा इलेक्शंस द कंट्री इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 543 constituencies. The representatives elected from each constituency is called a member of a parliament or an MP. ठीक है. Similarly, each state is divided into a specific number of assembly constituencies. In this case, the elected representative is called member of legislative assembly, that is MLA. समझ में आया how the electoral constituency is working? It is been electoral division है areas का, so that जो elections हैं वो smoothly conduct करवाए जा सकें. Coming to the second is the reserved constituencies. अब ये क्या होते हैं? See, our constitution entitles every citizen to elect his or her representatives and to be elected as a representatives, right? But the constitution makers, however, were worried that in an open electoral competition, certain weaker sections may not stand a good chance to get elected to a Lok Sabha, right? क्योंकि जो minorities में है वो उनका power में आना is quite difficult in related to those who are in majority, right? So it's we should give a good chance to them as well, right? They may not have the required resources, education or contacts to contest and win elections against others, right? So those who are influential and resourceful may prevent them from winning the elections. और ऐसा हुआ, then these group will be deprived of the voice of a significant section of our society. So the makers of our countries thought of a special system of reserved constituencies for the weaker sections. Some constituencies are reserved for people who belong to the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, right? तो इनके लिए भी एक प्रॉपर कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसीज बना दिए गए हैं, रिजर्व्ड कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसीज इनको हम बोलेंगे, जहाँ से सिर्फ यही लोग जो माइनॉरिटीज़ में हैं दे कैन हैव the elections. Similarly, 1/3 of the seats are reserved in rural and urban areas, local bodies for women candidates as well. I hope this is clear about the electoral constituencies and reserved constituencies. Now let's move towards the next thing, that is the voters list. So once the constituencies are decided, the next step is to decide who can and who cannot vote. This decision cannot be left to anyone till the last day, right? So in a democratic elections, the list of those who are eligible to vote is prepared much before the elections and given to everyone. This list is officially called the electoral roll and commonly called as the voters list. आप सबने देखा है voters list कैसा होता है? आप if you have seen a photo identity card, election photo identity card that is been provided to the voters, which has been introduced, the government has tried to give this card to every person on the voters list. The voters are required to carry this card when they go out to vote, so that no one can vote for somebody else. राइट आप अगर देखना चाहें तो आप इस फोटो में देख सकते हैं. यू कैन सी दिस पिक्चर. अ पर्सन इज शोइंग हिज और हर फोटो आइडेंटिटी कार्ड एंड दिस इज कंसिडर्ड एज द वोटर्स लिस्ट, जिसमें बहुत सारे लोगों की फ़ोटो और डिटेल्स हैं. द पर्सन who is sitting on the booth is matching the details, and then the person will be allowed to give the vote. So I hope you understood what is voters list. So अब तक हमने देखा इलेक्टोरल कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसीज बन गई, रिजर्व्ड कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसीज हो गए, वोटर्स लिस्ट बढ़ गई. नाउ इट टर्न्स टूवर्ड्स द नॉमिनेशन ऑफ द कैंडिडेट्स. अब भाई नॉमिनेशन ऑफ कैंडिडेट्स हमने बात की थी स्टार्टिंग में भी डेमोक्रेटिक इलेक्शंस में कि भाई अ मीनिंगफुल चॉइस टू बी प्रोवाइडेड टू द वोटर्स, राइट. अब उसके लिए अगर कैंडिडेट्स को अलाउ कर दिया गया दैट एवरीवन कैन स्टैंड फॉर द इलेक्शंस, तो क्या हमें मीनिंगफुल इलेक्शंस के लिए मीनिंगफुल कैंडिडेट्स मिल पाएंगे? नो. सो देयर शुड बी अ क्राइटेरिया थ्रू विच दीज कैंडिडेट्स शुड बी इलेक्टेड. हम बोल सकते हैं कि भाई जो क्रिमिनल्स हैं उन पे कुछ रिस्ट्रिक्शंस होने चाहिए. एक एज बैरियर होना चाहिए कि नॉट बिलो दिस मच ऑफ एज पीपल कैन स्टैंड फॉर द इलेक्शंस टू बी अ कैंडिडेट. उनको टिकट्स नहीं मिलने चाहिए, राइट, जो पार्टीज नॉमिनेशन होती है, राइट. सो फॉर एवरी पर्सन हु विशेस टू कंटेस्ट एन इलेक्शन हैज़ टू फिल अ नॉमिनेशन फॉर्म and give some money as a security deposit, right. Recently a new system of declaration has been introduced on direction from the Supreme Court. अब क्या है ये? They have to give with some of the full details of serious criminal cases pending against the candidate. They have to give the details on the assets and liability of the candidate and his or her family, plus education qualification of a candidate. These information has to be made public. This provides an opportunity to the voters to make their decision on the basis of the information provided by the candidates. So this will provide a meaningful choice to the people and to make the mind up कि उनको किसको वोट डालना है. चलिए, तो अब हम बात करते हैं विद द नेक्स्ट पैरामीटर विच शुड बी टेकन प्लेस, दैट इज़ द इलेक्शन कैंपेनिंग. अब भाई वी नो कि भाई जब इलेक्शंस में खड़े हो रहे हैं, सो अ कैंडिडेट मस्ट गिवन अ चांस टू स्पीक अबाउट हिमसेल्फ और हरसेल्फ कि भाई वो क्या करने वाले हैं, व्हाट इज़ देयर मैनिफेस्टोज, व्हाट दे आर विशिंग टू डू फॉर द पीपल, सो दैट पीपल कैन गिव वोट टू देम, राइट. So in our country, such campaigns take place for a 2-week period between the announcement of the final list of the candidates and the date of polling. So during this period, the candidate contacts their voters, political leaders, addresses election meetings, and political parties mobilize their supporters. This is also the period when the newspaper and television news are full of election related stories and debates, right. So वो अपनी तरफ से बताते हैं लोगों को कि कौन सच बोल रहा है, कौन झूठ बोल रहा है. इवन इलेक्शन मैनिफेस्टोज कितनों ने अभी तक के पूरे किए हैं, नहीं किए हैं, whether the candidate is trustworthy or not trustworthy, right. So काफ़ी इस हद तक के काफ़ी इलेक्शंस हुए भी हैं जहाँ पे काफ़ी कैंपेनिंग्स में, लाइक फेमस कैंपेनिंग्स में हम बात कर सकते हैं. कांग्रेस पार्टी led by the Indira Gandhi gave the slogan Garibi Hatao, right. Save Democracy by the Janata Party. You can take about another West Bengal side ki land to the tillers, protect the self-respect of the Telugus. So such many slogans, famous slogans has been heard about, right. But with this कि कैंडिडेट जो है टू मेक श्योरिटी दैट every political party and candidates get a fair and equal chance to compete according to our election laws, no party or candidate can bribe or threaten the voters, appeal to them in the name of the caste or the religion, use the government resources for election campaigning, or spend more than 25 lakhs in a constituency for a Lok Sabha election, or 10 lakhs in the constituency in an assembly election. So these are considered as the code of conduct or the laws which has been applied by the government on the candidates. So according to this, no party or candidate can use any place of worship for election propaganda, use government vehicles, aircrafts, or the officials for elections. And once the election are announced, ministers shall not lay foundation stones of any project, take any big policy decisions, or make any promises for providing public facilities. So these are the code of conducts which every candidate needs to follow. So now let's move towards the final stage, that is on the day an election is being taken place, when the voters cast or poll their votes. That day is usually called the election day. So every person whose name is on the voters list can go to a nearby polling booth situated usually in a local school or a government office. You might have noticed, गए होंगे आप अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ भी. Once the voter goes inside the booth, the election official identify her, put a mark on the finger, राइट देखी होगी आपने इंक, जो एक इंक लगाई जाती है फिंगर पे, एंड अलाउज हर टू कास्ट द वोट. ठीक है, सो दिस इज हाउ द इलेक्शन टेक्स प्लेस. Earlier the voters used to indicate who they wanted to vote by putting a stamp on a ballot paper. पहले ballot paper आता था जिसपे वो अपना जो चिन्ह बने हुए हैं या सिम्बल्स बने हुए हैं उसको आइडेंटिफाई करके टिक करते थे. But nowadays we are following with the EVMs, electronic voting machines, right? So अब ये जो machine है shows the name of the candidates and the party symbol. Independent candidates to have their own symbols allotted by the election officials. Fine. Once the polling is over, all the EVMs are sealed and taken to a secure place. A few days later, or on a fixed day, all the EVMs from a constituencies are opened and the votes secured by each candidate are counted. The agents of all candidates are present there to ensure that the counting is done properly. The candidates who secures the highest number of votes from a constituency is declared elected. So that is how the polling and counting of votes is being done securely and safely. I hope you understood the whole process from electoral constituencies till the counting of the votes. Thank you.